Hey y'all, just doing a quick little update vlog, video log. It's the winter solstice and I'm in my camper at a hot springs in the High Sierras, the Sierraville, or I guess the Sierra Hot Springs. I've been working pretty hard the last couple months, and the last few weeks I've been doing a lot of camper maintenance. If you don't know, I live in a little camper. So on my truck, kind of getting over a cold right now too. So you can kind of see out there, sort of sagebrush and pines, mostly ponderosa pines and some juniper. This little valley is kind of more like a mix of Nevada and the Sierras ecologies. But I just wanted to say hey, and I don't have a whole lot of battery on my phone right now because there's not a lot of sun out and I can't charge it too much from my solar until the sun comes out. But I just wanted to say that, well, today's been one of the first days that I feel like I've had a break from feeling like I need to do, you know. And just to show you my new heater that I put in, and it's going. I'll do a separate video at some point explaining everything I did for this, and I want to put a YouTube video up about it because there's only a handful of videos about this heater, the Dickinson Newport Marine boat heaters that I put in here. Some of them are pretty good, but there's some things that no one really talks about when it comes to installing them that I'd like to really just say exactly what I did and all the aspects of it. And maybe it'll be helpful to someone at some point, and it'll be like a public YouTube video. But I'm just so excited. It's just so cute. And I'm warm and drawing right now, which I haven't done in a while either. I'm reading and hanging out, making food. About to go get in the springs in a little bit and maybe go for a run because I need both of those things a lot. Exercise. It's been an interesting time, and I'm grateful to be in such a beautiful wild place on the winter solstice. And even though I've had some hard times lately too, emotionally and maybe spiritually, physically, yeah, I'm trying to feel gratitude and gratefulness on this shortest day of the year, so, and enjoying my own company here by myself, and feeling proud of myself for pushing through and getting that done, even though I kind of had a cold, and I had a little bit of help from different friends for that. And then I was also sealing my camper the past couple weeks. I'm still not done with that. My windows I need to deal with, and they're more complicated because technically I should take them out and put more butyl tape behind the windows so that I don't have to put all this caulking on it, but we'll see. I don't want to break my windows. This is an old camper. It'd be impossible to find new ones. So I don't know why this light is doing weird things. It seems like every video I make there's a little bit of weird light stuff. There we go. This video is going to be for patrons first, and then I'll put it on it'll be public on YouTube eventually at some point. So it will make more sense to patrons, I think. Wow, hearing myself talk right now with my cold. My ears are popping, but this month, December, I posted one podcast episode, and I'm just been taking a little bit of a break to focus on getting my shelter right and dealing with some grief, and I definitely have a bunch of episodes to put out. And also just the cost of putting them out. I needed to like save a little bit of that money for a second to pay for that. It's a little bit more expensive than what other heaters would have been for this setup, but after all my research, it was just the safest, most energy efficient way to go, both for propane and for electricity. So I just went for it and found one that was a little bit cheaper, but still a lot of money to me. And it'll live forever with this camper, so whoever gets it next, if I ever sell it, will be able to have heat. It's huge. So but in January I plan on putting out a couple episodes again, hopefully 2 like I had been doing before, and I have a few interviews I'm doing in January. It's been tricky catching people right now during the holiday time. Hopefully I'll be interviewing my friend Turtle again about mead making, because he's kind of like a big mead maker, and if anyone has ever heard of the book The Art of Fermentation by Sandor Katz, he's out of Tennessee. He wrote this huge book, a manual of sorts, on like the history of fermentation and like all these recipes and stuff. Well, Turtle wrote like a huge section of that actually, on mead making, and yeah, so we've just haven't quite found the time to sit down and have mead together while we do the interview, because it's kind of what you have to do. It just makes sense. And he's all like, oh, we should go visit a beehive and have sounds of the bees, and we should do this. I'm like, it's winter, you're not gonna get any bee sounds. But we'll probably do that in early January. Gonna go visit some friends in Trinity County, I think, after Christmas. And I'm hoping to interview, I don't want to get my hopes up that it will actually happen, but Laura Pendell, who is Dale Pendell's partner. Dale Pendell is this ethnobotanist that passed away last year. He lived in Nevada County, where I've been parking and living and home basing and all these different I've been in this area for a while, coming back to this area. And I met him and Laura back in the day when I worked at the Golden Seal Sanctuary in Southeast Ohio. I gave them a tour and we became friends, and they told me I should come out and stay with them and visit, and I never did that. And then when I finally did come out here, I contacted them, but I never got a chance to meet up with them before Dale passed. He wrote the Pharmacopoeia trilogy books that a lot of people really love. And I just reached out to her to see if she would like to do kind of an interview about his work and about her work if she wants to talk about it. She's a poet and as well, and some other related things. So just see what happens with that. And then there's some other naturalists in the Nevada County area I'd like to interview. Everyone's just busy, and I just need to be like, okay, take an hour of your time. But there's a couple other people that I'm hoping for interviews with. I'm not quite sure what the order of the next podcast episodes are going to be. I try to kind of mix it up. In a way, it's been a chronological thing. In other ways, it has been kind of here and there all over. But my friend Christiana, who's a patron on here, I interviewed, and I'm pretty sure she'll be the next one. She's an artist, and she lives in Eugene, Oregon. And after that, I'm not sure whether I will do the rest of my interviews from Oregon from the summer, or whether I will weave in one I did in Virginia this fall first. I don't know yet. I have to kind of just see what kind of vibe I want to put out there right now. Because I'm just interviewing all different kinds of people, and I'm not necessarily wanting it to be 4 herbalists in a row or whatever, because I'm not necessarily, this podcast is not necessarily about herbal medicine. It's just about the intersection of all these different ideas and ways of approaching the land and ways of acting in the world as humans, caring about the land and the earth, and navigating how complicated it is right now, and also how necessary it is, and fierce we need to be in some ways. And I don't necessarily agree 100% with every person I interview, but I often want to just feature people that I don't agree with, because it helps me see different perspectives, or like at least consider different perspectives, and create more conversations. And you know, I often think about whether I should interview people who might be challenging for me, both from the conservative side of things, where I grew up, Southern Baptist, that's how I grew up, in Southern Virginia, or whether, you know, there's like a radical leftist side of things too that sometimes is intense for me too. So I think both of those would be a challenge for the public to grasp, and for me to grasp. It's tricky because, like, you know, if I interview someone from the far right just to have a conversation and hear their perspective, you know, what if the far left is just like, F you suck, you're evil, or whatever. And then if I interview the super far left, I'm gonna get the same thing from the far right. So it's like, I mean, I'm somewhere in the middle, or I'm somewhere in the, like, I don't know where I am. I'm just trying to listen, you know, and care about all humans, and care about all of the earth, and just want everyone to get along too, but I know that may never happen. Anyways, this is a little update. I don't want it to be too long of a video because, yeah, I don't need it to be a bajillion minutes long. So, thanks so much, and, yeah, I hear a little rain on my roof. Gonna go get in the hot springs. Gotta go buy a toothbrush from the lodge. I forgot mine. Eat some breakfast at 10:30 in the morning. More like brunch. And yeah, that's all. Thanks.